Hi, Simon Mosca here, and welcome to The Box Podcast. On this podcast, we talk TV, we talk pop culture, we talk reality TV. I'm going to cover Big Brother Canada. I'm currently covering Survivor Season 40 Winners at War. But this episode, I want to talk about Australian Survivor, the current ongoing season that's airing right now, the so called All Star. And I want to talk about it. I don't cover the season after each episode, all right? It's not worth it, ladies and gentlemen. It just ain't worth it. This season is a shit show. It's a constant letdown, kind of like my life. Golly. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Oh yeah, this season, just a constant disappointment. And I don't, like I said, I don't recap each episode. But after watching the latest episode, the one where Nick gets blindsided, and I say that with air quotes. You can't see me, but believe me, I'm doing air quotes. Blindsided. Yeah, right. Yeah, I just watched this episode, and I am so frustrated that I opened up my laptop, I grabbed my mic, and I want to talk about it because I am so annoyed at this cast for so many different reasons. But let's start right at the beginning. First of all, this is technically season 4 of Survivor Australia, all right? And it's too early for an All-Stars, guys. It's only season 4. You don't have enough people for an All-Stars cast. I mean, there's a lot of duds that don't deserve to be on this season. Tarzan? What makes Tarzan an all-star? What has he done the first time he played that's so special that you want to include him in an all-star season? He's done nothing. He's still doing nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, he seems like a nice guy, but what is he doing? What's Jackie doing? Why is Lee there? It's just, oh man, I could just go on and on. But so right off the bat, like as soon as this season began, I was already a little bit frustrated. But I thought, you know what? Some people, they play once, they play again. It's different. Maybe some of these people that I found boring their first time are gonna actually wake up and play because they're gonna know it's an all-star season, so they're gonna step up their game. In fact, it's the opposite. You have a guy that I loved watching the first time around, so-called Dirty Harry. Well, this time around, he's Dumbass Harry. He's an absolute and utter dumbass. Just a complete moron. His brain is ice cream. I mean, he's an ice cream scooper, while his brain is 2 scoops. Actually, not even. It's a quarter of a scoop of ice cream. This guy is a complete and utter disgrace to the game. Just a moron on so many levels. Where do I even begin? And then you have AK, a guy that they constantly call a Survivor expert. This guy's not an expert. This guy, like Harry, I sort of enjoyed him the first time he played, but I did find him overrated. He's not that great at Survivor, all right? First time he played, he was on the outs for so long. You're not a good player if you're on the outs. Fact. That is just a fact. Survivor is, above all else, a social game. And if most of the people want you gone and don't like you and don't want to work with you, guess what? You're not good at Survivor. It's more than just finding idols and being devious. That's only a small part of the game. Mostly, above all else, it's a social game. Okay? Now, it's also a numbers game, which AK understands. I mean, we saw him, I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before that, where he's doing equations in the sand with a stick, and he's like, oh, I'm a Survivor expert because it's a numbers game, and I get the numbers. Yeah, well, genius, you're right, it's a numbers game, but it's more than just a numbers game. You have to play the damn game, you idiot. You can't be in Final 2 facing the jury, and when they ask you, what have you done in this game that makes you deserve the prize and the title, you can't say, well, I just did whatever the majority wanted each time because it's a numbers game and I know how to do cross division. That's not enough. You have to play. I mean, these morons, the night they voted out Matt, that was like incredibly, ridiculously stupid. You're keeping Loki and Brooke in the game? You're not separating them two? Can't you see they're a strong duo? Well, I wasn't the only one that was frustrated. People were tweeting about it all night on Twitter, and AK tweeted something along the lines of, "Why would I work with Matt when he's all alone in the game, when I could work with a majority and it's a numbers game?" Something. This guy is obsessed with numbers. Enough already. Why should you work with Matt when he's all alone in the game? Well, AK, that's the perfect time to work with somebody. When they're alone in the game, they're desperate. They will do anything. That was a perfect opportunity to split up Loki and Brooke and keep Matt. Oh my god. And Matt is like you said, AK, Matt is alone in the game. Perfect person to keep around, not Loki. But that wasn't just stupid by AK, that was stupid by everybody in that goddamn disgrace of a tribe. Vakama or whatever, Mavafangul, that's what it should be the name of the goddamn tribe. Just a complete group of brain dead idiots, just morons all the way through. And they keep losing challenges. And they come back and they're like, why do we keep losing? Because you're stupid, all of you. Every person in that goddamn tribe is a complete. I said moron like 10 times. Like, I should get a thesaurus, all right, and search up synonyms for moron to adequately describe these people. I mean, don't get me wrong, Shawnee, I like Shawnee. I'm rooting for Shawnee. Maybe the only light in that tribe, but she's not so bright herself. She's done a lot of stupid moves. I mean, this tribe is just comprised of sheep. Then you have Henry finds an advantage where basically you can stop a tribal council from happening. And they're at tribal, and AK tells Henry not to use it. Now, AK was being honest. The plan was actually not to vote off Henry. But if you're Henry, why would that not spark some paranoia in you? When you have an advantage and somebody's begging you not to use it, don't you think there's a little bit of some sinister forces? But no, Henry ends up just blindly putting his trust in AK, which is completely stupid. Now, I know what you're saying. No, it's not, because AK didn't vote for Henry. Henry didn't get voted out, so it's not stupid. But it is stupid. God. Anyway, so now he still has that advantage. Nobody knows what it is. He's keeping it to himself. And I'm watching the scene where he's not telling them what it is, and I'm like, okay, I could relax now. And he's keeping it to himself. Bravo. And Henry is kind of connected with Nick on the other side, and Nick is the last man on the totem pole on that tribe. And Henry and AK, they know this. They talk about it. And there's discussion about giving the advantage to Nick so that he could save himself. And then they could use Nick as a number come merge time, which is soon. It's actually next episode is the merge, apparently. And by the way, this is the last time that you could have used that advantage. So Henry, supposedly a survivor mastermind who's got a bag of tricks, Mr. Dirty Harry, Mr. Devious. I thought this is going to be interesting. He's going to use his advantage the right way. He's going to give it to Nick. He's going to gain Nick's trust on the other side. And come merge time, you can do something instead of being outnumbered. What does this idiot do? He doesn't give it to Nick. And that's only half of it. The other thing he does is he tells the people on his tribe what the advantage was. For crying out loud, you idiot. You stupid idiot. You should have not told them. And you should have lied to them and come up with some other thing that the advantage could be and told them that it's good till the final 5. You lie. You don't tell the truth on Survivor. You lie. So now that advantage, garbage, completely useless, worthless. You could have used that to make a move and to write something on your resume if you get to meet the jury. Right now, Henry and AK, these supposed survivor masterminds, have nothing on their resume. What have they done in the game? Nothing but follow Loki's lead. That's all they have done. They have not made a decision by themselves. They have not directed a vote. They have done nothing. They have only blindly followed Loki. And Henry and AK are the devious ones and are the masterminds? Give me a break. I mean, these people are just complete duds. Let me tell you something. If I was on that Vakama tribe, I would do everything in my power to split up Loki and Brooke. And I would for sure target Loki. And I would for sure not listen to whatever this guy says to me. I mean, as soon as the challenge ends, Henry is debating on whether or not to give the advantage to Nick. And Loki is right in his ear, telling him what to do. Henry, Loki is not your daddy. He ain't your daddy. You are a grown man. And then you wonder why this guy's an ice cream scooper. I mean, really, not the sharpest tool in the shed, but a tool nonetheless. Let me tell you that. So yeah, I cannot stand everybody on that goddamn yellow team. One of the worst tribes ever. Okay? Then you have the other tribe, not so special themselves. Like I said, why is Tarzan there? He's done nothing. Why is Jackie there? Nothing. Who else? Then you have Moana. All right, she's smart. She's made a couple of moves, but then she has her confessionals. She talks like she's some type of survivor genius. You want to relax a bit? You're not that good. I mean, you're smart, but not that smart. And David is actually even cockier than Moana, but at least David is funny when he's cocky. He adds some humor. Moana is just cocky without the humor. I know what some people are thinking. Oh, Dave can be cocky, but not Moana. Oh, well, that's because you're sexist, and men are allowed to be cocky, but women are not allowed to be cocky. No, it's all about humor, for me personally. If somebody is cocky in a funny way, for example, Richard Hatch from Survivor Borneo, cocky in a funny way. I like it. It entertains me. Sandra from the U.S. Survivor, really, really cocky, really arrogant, but in a funny way, and I find it entertaining. Moana, cocky, not funny. Cocky, boring funny. Boring cocky, no bueno. Funny cocky, bueno. That's the difference, folks. And she has no right to be that cocky. I mean, calm down, alright? And she's also just boring. Just bores me. I mean, then you have Phoebe, who's gone now, but telling Dave the clue to the idol. I mean, what's wrong with this cast? Why? Why can't we get a good season? Last season was so damn good. Then you have David with 2 idols. And this dumbass, in front of everybody at Tribal Council, tells them he has an idol. Oh, you idiot. And now these people know that David has at least one idol. Yeah, they don't do anything about it. They don't try to flush it out. Unanimously vote Nick out. Don't even try to do something to get Dave out or to flush his idol out. Nah, they don't care. It's the merge next episode. You're going to allow David to make the merge with 2 idols in his pocket. You're going to allow him to easily skip to the end. Nobody is alive. They're all dead. They're dead in the water, these people. It's one thing to be a bad player. It's another thing altogether to be a bad player and you're boring. AK has the personality of a wet log, alright? A bag of potatoes is more entertaining than this guy. All I see him do is sit in the shelter and do nothing. He provides nothing of entertainment to the show, alright? We don't know anything about his backstory, his personality. He does nothing. All he does is do equations in the sand. Oh, congratulations, AK. You're a human calculator. That's not going to help you win. And I've already rambled on incoherently long enough. But the last thing is these complete... Again, I'm using this word so often. Morons. These airheads, these asshats. These nincompoops, these numbskulls. These brain-dead airheads. They call that Nick vote out a blindside? That's not a blindside, you idiots. He was the last guy on the totem pole. He was alone in the game. Not only did he know that he's getting his torch snuffed, the people on the other tribe knew it. We, the audience, knew it. That is the opposite of a blindside. Guys, words have meanings. What's next? You're going to call a monkey a shark? You're going to call a shoe a diaper? Guys, anyways, my blood pressure is shooting up right now. I can't take any more of this. For some reason, I cannot explain. I'm going to continue watching this season. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. And every episode, I'm like, oh, well, maybe now something's going to change. Somebody that was previously not playing is going to wake up and some interesting things are going to happen. But no, it's not happening. I mean, last season was fantastic. And the season that Jericho won, fantastic. people were not afraid to make moves, to take control of the game into their own hands, to not blindly follow what somebody wants. This season is just a dud. Boring. So anyways, that's my rant on Australian Survivor. Thank you for listening. This has been Simon Mosca for the Box Podcast. See you next time, jackass. Oh, by the way, I kept calling Harry Henry in this recording. Who the hell cares? You think I'm gonna go back and redo it? No. Alright? Not worth it. That's how frustrated I am. So when I call him by the wrong name, I'm keeping it in. Who cares what his name is? Harry, Henry, Hilda, Hachu, I don't care. To me, he'll always be known as Dumbass. And that's my show. See you next time, Jackass.